What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. What's wrong with Ugo? Because you don't have him? Her? Maelstrom rack is serious. It's serious. It's a serious skill. I got her speed just cranked up. That's real nice. Happy Friday, everybody. Hero Wars Central, back at you again. We're drinking some Liquid Death. I got my arm workout in. Before the live stream. So I've excuse me. Got my pre-workout about an hour ago, and if I have a Monster Energy drink, my heart would probably explode. So we're probably not gonna touch a Monster today. Probably gonna avoid the Monster today. Yeah. There's not a ton of news today. We got some gifts, right? Valkyries, if you are a Valkyrie's favor enjoyer, right? Make sure you grab that. Kind of want to touch on Valkyrie's favor a little bit too. Kind of worth discussing every now and then. And then over on Hero Wars Alliance, we got a nice little trailer. I haven't watched this trailer yet, so I thought that we could kind of watch it together. We kind of know everything there is to know about Polaris, but this was published a couple of hours ago, and I thought that we could kind of watch it together. I don't know if you guys can hear. The volume on this, but I'm gonna mute it anyway because I'm afraid that Alliance is gonna copyright strike me. Excuse me. That's some pretty good art right there, though. I'm going to steal that. Guys, did you see that animation? The absolute recoil. Guys. Jumping. Just floating. Red equipment shown there. Ability usage. There's the Fortress ability. The stuns. Guys, she's going to be a stun machine. Right? Really good looking hero. Seasonal event, of course. This launches Sunday night / Monday morning. Looks like the whole carnival's getting frozen. Ooh, look at the comic. What do you guys think of the art style of this comic? You know what I want to do? I'm going to drop this into ChatGPT and have it give me the prompt for this. This art style is really good. I like this art style a lot. Guys, you know my favorite thing? My favorite thing to do with AI is to have it tell me what prompt to make. You know what I mean? Or I'm just like, I wanna design a thing, and I need to know the correct prompt to give you the information so that you can design the thing. You know, whether it's writing a script or putting a thumbnail together for a video or an email newsletter or, you know, a business plan. And the AI, ChatGPT, will walk you through. It'll ask you questions. It'll ask you some questions like, you know, tell me about this and tell me about that. And then it's like, okay, so here's the prompt that you can use. Here's the prompt that you can use to reverse engineer this. So what I've been really enjoying a lot lately is taking art and putting it in and, you know, not stealing the art because it's not like I'm selling a poster or anything. Putting it in and just being like, tell me what prompt I could give AI to design art in this style. Like if I gave it a picture of Remy And I wanted it in this style. Like, I want to know how I could get, like, some cool comic book style art like this, but for Remy or something. You know what I mean? Anyway, you guys need to learn AI if you're not already. That's some good water. Yeah. Oh, she's looking sassy right there, man. She's looking real sassy. We're definitely going to steal that artwork, too. Okay, Meadow Shop, quests, April 17th through the 20th, Emerald Sale. Outland Chest discount, Summoning Sphere discount. Okay. April 24th, Talismans. Talisman discussion. You know, let's talk about these talismans for a second. First of all, the art style for these talismans. The art style for these talismans, I love them. I love them. I think these are... I hope that this is somehow conveyed over to the game. So, okay, all right. Julius is a tank. Physical attack and toughness. Yeah, I mean, he's an offensive tank. He's got some shielding. I think attack stats are okay. All right. Little cat print on the front. Guys, I'm not a cat guy. I'm not a cat guy at all. I think cat people are... You know, whenever I would visit my parents, one of the first things that they would ask me all the time was, do you smell the cat? Because you go nose deaf. Way off topic. You go nose deaf and you can't smell the animal. And that's how I am with Remy sometimes. I ask people that come and visit the house, do you smell the dog? And if it's like, you know what, I kind of do smell the dog a little bit, then I know I need to shampoo the carpet, right? Then I need to wash the couch cushions. That I need to mop the floor, maybe, right? Yeah. Physical attack and toughness, I think, are huge wins. I think they're really big. I think they're really, really big, actually. Mushy and Shroom. You guys know how I feel about Mushy and Shroom. I think that they are... Aesthetically, they're my favorite tank. Nah, my favorite modern tank. I think my favorite tank has always been Astaroth. The Archangel, Paladin-esque kind of looking champion. Magical critical hit chance and toughness. So I like toughness for tanks. I like defense stats for tanks. But Mushy and Shroom is definitely more of a defensive tank than Julius is. How do we feel about this, Talisman? Might be allergic. No. It's not the allergy. It's can you smell the dander? Can you smell like... Because, you know, the animals pee on the floor. You know, even if you do your best to walk them all the time. Mushy and Shroom, magical critical hit chance, I think is big. Toughness, I think that's valuable too. Isaac, probably the cutest talisman. The cutest talisman. What about duplex blocks? Isn't that the young Legos? Is that duplex? Fisher Price-esque looking talisman there. Toughness and crushing. So, I got to update. I like crushing for damage dealers. Isaac isn't necessarily a damage dealer. He's more of like a support hero. Right? I mean, literally he's a support hero. Like, I don't mean like as far as his role, but he provides a lot of support for allies. Like damage boosting, a little bit of shielding, right? crushing to help finish players off might be one of the things that Judge Julius Isaac needs to not necessarily need to lean in to a damage dealer. So one of the concerns that I have about Cascade here, Polaris here, is it enough damage? Is it enough damage? Judge Julius Isaac is not the whole team, right? It's not the whole team. You got to have 2 more heroes to make a 5. Oh, I'm covering up. I'm sorry, I'm covering it up. Boom. You need 2 more heroes to make a 5 hero team. And, depending on what other heroes use, you saw a lot of variations of that back end, and it isn't always Judge Julius Isaac either. Sometimes it's Julius Isaac and others. Sometimes it's, usually it's Judge Julius Isaac. Or at least that's the classic Way of Progress team. This team could definitely benefit from some more damage output from the core 3 heroes, Julius, Isaac, Judge. Polaris is really big on stuns and stuns and stuns and stuns, and then like stuns and stuff, right? What if they're leaning into more of a control-oriented Way of Progress team here, and given physical attack and crushing to Julius and Isaac respectively could be something to help the team along to keep the damage output high without necessarily using like Ginger, Astrid and Lucas, or Ryan, or any of the other classic Way of Progress champions. I keep saying champions. Way of Progress heroes that that you use in that team. I'm okay with it. Now, a lot of questions about, why 3? Why 3? You know what I mean? I think they're at the end of the second round of talismans here. Mushy and Shroom is a Julius counter. Yep. They boost Julius, but they boost one of his counters in Mushy, says Robert Catania. Yep. Kind of counters the crushing stat there a little bit. Yeah, I think that they're coming to the end of the second round of talismans, and there's just not enough. Like, they had 5 talismans on the last round. We talked about that a little bit, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago, when the last round of 5 talismans went live. We talked about how, why there was 5 and not 6. We're coming on that break point. And I think that if they'd have gone 6 and 2, it would have felt a little sillier. I think 3 is good. I think 3 is okay. I think 4 and 4 might have been better. But, of the last 5 that we had, I don't know which one you would have added in here to make sense. A 3 talisman event, a 3 talisman keepers event is going to look interesting. I'm not sure exactly what their plans are for this. You know what I mean? I'm not really sure what they're going to be leaning into as far as how to earn the talismans. Are they going to be like, one is going to be login reward and the other 2 are going to be pay to win? Maybe there is a talisman something that you could earn. See, what I think would be cool is instead of the talismans, like one of the talismans being like a pay to win talisman, what if they make the VIP, like the get VIP talisman or the spend emeralds talisman, some kind of currency that you could use to buy, like spend 40,000 emeralds, you get a talisman token, and then you can go to a talisman shop and trade that talisman token for any talisman. So then you have talisman keepers. You have talisman keepers every month or every other month or whatever they end up doing. And the whole event is based around leveling talismans and re-rolling talisman stats and, all of that. But the primary reward at the bottom of each quest chain could be like talisman token. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen. I'm just saying that would be a really cool idea. We've had the talisman system in the game for a while now. What do we got to do? What do we got to do to get some talismans that we miss, guys? What do we got to do? A crappy, overpriced talisman shop? Nah. Finishing the video. Some insane cultural appropriation here. What is this? Artemis and Soleil. Is this Artemis? This is Artemis, right? The other aspect is the bundles they offer are awful and really not worth getting when they force. Yeah. Yeah, this is Artemis and Soleil. You know, okay. May 3rd. Darkstar? Wait, is that Darkstar? Alex? You know, I literally have an account open right here next to me. Like, we can look at this. We don't have to guess. Wait, where's my Darkstar? Hello? What faction is Darkstar? There you are. No, Darkstar uses a bow. It's not Darkstar. Yeah, Artemis is using a crossbow. So it is Artemis. Yeah, it is Artemis. And yeah, I mean it's Soleil. It's for sure Soleil. Right? Floating cross leg with the spheres. That's Soleil. Yeah. And there'll be a third skin. There'll be a third skin that's going to be part of the following season pass. No. Oh, there it is. There's the Wave Progress tease right there. Judge Julius, no Isaac, but Orion and Cascade, Polaris. Dancing Petals season. Did we miss a look at the seasonal event awaits? I don't think we got a look at the rewards. I don't think we did. Yeah. Yep. There you go. Wave Nature. That's when you like the search. Yeah, so Vincent, they have this really handy sorting thing over here on the right. Not that. You could like sort by the faction. I'll be honest with you, I haven't been able to remember everybody's faction. To me, they were easier before they renamed everything. When everything was like when this was the undead faction and yeah. Yeah. Emerald word of the day. Emerald word of the day is exclamation point Friday. Okay. Live chat. Soaking low. The good news is, guys, is that Anthony Smith was drawn yesterday. So Orion or Lars, you know, I don't know. I'm probably going to try stuns. I've always been a fan of control and stun locking. So even though I don't play rogue, yeah, soaking low. You know, there's a new raid open, Scarlet Enclave on World of Warcraft Season of Discovery. Apparently, it's like impossibly difficult. It's just insane. So much area of effect damage. Yeah, should have played Brian. Brian, we just went over the Polaris video for Hero Wars Alliance. Soaking low. Ah, there you are. Mobile enjoyer. Nice. Okay. Jose Santiago. There you are. How about SSGSD? There we go. I think I over-leveled my... yeah, definitely over-leveled. Let's see. Defense, defense, health, health, attack, attack. Yeah, I'll just go with the defense. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Web enjoyer. Nice. Okay. Over on Hero Wars Facebook and web, we've got the Valkyrie's gift, the reward from Valkyries. And this brings up an important kind of discussion that I have with a lot of players that ask me about pay to win, budget playing, pay to play, lots of different iterations of the same kind of thing. You know, games like this, they use all kinds of psychological tricks to get you to spend. All kinds. And it's not just the Facebook version, it's the mobile version also. You know, all kinds of stuff can be purchased. Right now, I'm having an inner conflict with myself with the golden ticket, $45 or $33 if you got a friendly guild. Because of the light and darkness totem, you know, I could use one or the other. I really want, like, I got a 4-star light totem. If I got this as a light totem, then, you know, the one that I have in my inventory, where are you? Here we go. This one right here that I have in my inventory, I can make this a light totem. And then, you know, technically I could have a 6-star light totem by the end of the month. Like I could have a 6-star light totem this month, like in the next 2 weeks, right? But like, how much does that matter? You know? I mean, I'll get it eventually. You know, and you have buying emeralds once a month or so. We have the emerald sale. You have all the bundles. All the time there's bundles, right? But I think the one thing that's worth it if you play this game, the one thing that's worth it in this game is Valkyrie's Favor. All right. Now, you might say raiding is worth it. And I don't disagree with you. Raiding isn't something that you buy, right? And when I'm talking about raiding, I'm talking about in the campaign where you click on a mission and then you can raid something without actually doing the mission, right? Without actually doing the campaign mission, you just raid it. So you could go into a hero location, and then you can raid all three if you have the energy for it. Or if you're farming for a specific piece like the Deadly Sting, you know, you can raid for as much as you have energy for to save time. Like, you get that by having a VIP, and I think it's like VIP 5, I think. 4? Yeah, ability to one-click multiple raids in the campaign. It's VIP 5. VIP 5. You can one-click raid. No, you can't. No, you can't. It's just VIP 5. And, you know, it takes a little bit to get to VIP 5, and that's all well and good. But the Valkyrie's Favor is like the one thing that I think everybody should consider. Right? Even if you're like the most budget player, the faster combat, the free arena coins and key, the extra expeditions, the faster combat to me is just, it's really worth it. And I think that, you know, how much does it actually impact things? I don't know. On Hero Wars Alliance, it's first purchase to get raid. Yeah. Yeah. Soaking Low, message me on Discord or email me, herowarcentral@gmail.com. You also get benefits in the prestige cycle. Yeah, there's a couple of benefits that you get out of it, and it's inexpensive. It's like $10 a month, and that's a lot of money to some people, for sure. I would recommend you spend $0 on this game. $0. $0. But if you're gonna spend, I think that's the one thing that you should spend on. Valkyrie's Favor. And that's not because of this reward. Like, this reward, the 300,000 gold, the 10 summoning spheres, 10 artifact chest keys, this happens like once a month. This is nothing. Like, this is, in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. You know, whatever. It's nothing. Get him, Kayla. Oh, I lost. Should probably pay closer attention. Yeah. Valkyrie's Favor. I don't know. Except for 8. Yeah. Yeah. I don't regret my repeat sub for Valkyrie. Yeah. Yeah. Tempting to start a second account but free to play, and I couldn't stand playing. Yeah. The raid is such a huge deal. Raid is such a huge deal. Guild War. Oh, got 2 locations in the Citadel. Let's knock them down. Let's knock them down. Okay, pretty standard Dante team here. Pretty standard Dante team. So we're going to go with our core lineup here. Okay. This is our core lineup. Now, I think I actually might use Corvus and Morgan here instead of Astaroth. I think I'm going to use Corvus and Morgan instead of Astaroth. A very rare change for me. Here's the thing, guys. Heidi without Dorian, super weak to Corvus. Super, super, super weak to Corvus. And my Heidi, right? Corvus and Morgan can absolutely tank a Dante with no support. The only support that Dante has here is like a 10-second window every 20 seconds where he gains a little bit of bonus crits. That's it. He'll gain some bonus crit at the very beginning, and then he gains a lot more for 10 seconds every every 20 seconds or so. So Sebastian boosted Dante really isn't it. I do will like to have Axel on my tank versus Iris here, but I don't think we're going to have any trouble with this. I really don't think that we're going to have any issue with this whatsoever. The guild that we're playing, Insane Asylum, they have no, and it's okay. You talk about teams all the time that have some kind of synergy on their guild lines, as far as a bunch of people using the same teams. Their teams, it just feels like they're all over the place. Am I about to lose my my Corvus here? I did lose my Chorus. That's okay though, because my Morgan is kind of a Dante tank. Kind of an absolute unit here. I really wish that I hadn't lost my Corvus, but it's fine. Morgan is a pretty solid Dante tank. Again, not having Axel on my Corvus, kind of sacrifices my my hero to Iris here, but much higher damage output to Monkey there. So really, Monkey's the only problem. Monkey's the only problem on this enemy team. Yeah, so that's one location. But you see what I mean? You look at some of these teams and you're just like, none of these are like what you would call meta defenses, which is fine. Like you need to vary stuff on defense. You need to change it up on defense because, if you use the same teams week after week after week after week, you become, real easy to beat as a guild. The same person attacks the same two heroes, hero lines every week. Vary it up a little bit, vary the pets a little bit, so you're okay. So this line, we're going to go with a little different. Okay, we're going to keep the same IDH line: Iris, Heidi, Dorian. Heidi is just the ultimate Dante killer. Dante being in the midline like this, he's going to be ulting a little slower than usual, but he is still boosted by Nebula, so he is dangerous. Okay, now we are going to use Sebastian instead. And we don't need to use Axel on Astaroth because there's no Iris here. But you have a problem. You have a problem with this team. This is something you should never do, guys. This team is literally cannibalizing itself. It's literally cannibalizing itself. Okay. Arachne, great stuns. Great stuns. Okay. Leon, great charms. Can you attack when you're stunned? No, you can't. Can you dodge? No. Can there be a dodge if there's nobody attacking because you're stunned? No. No. What about charm? Leon charms people that hits her. Okay. Now she's got Axel. Axel's the team pet here. So any attack against any of the enemy line will deal damage to everybody on the team once Axel ults for the first time. Moss from Isley, no, it's not. It shouldn't be anyway. It's all lowercase though. So anytime I hit anybody on the enemy team, I'm going to get charmed. That hero is going to get charmed for a little bit because of Leon. But the problem here is like, some teams need to be attacked. Some teams need to be attacked. And if you've got two different kinds of control effects, the only thing grouping us together is going to be Dante, and that's actually not going to be. So we're going to use this line right here. We should have used Chorus as a team pet, probably. Okay. But Heidi, Iris, Dorian is going to end up being the last ones alive, and they're going to kill everybody. It might actually come down to just... look at all those dodges, though, man. Look at all those dodges. Iris isn't always the best to use against Dante. If the first dodge artifact gets put up, and then everybody's dodging on the enemy team... Ooh, see, this is why I use Astaroth, because my Heidi just got one shot right there. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Dodge, 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 dodge. Now, Lian does put out a lot of pure damage. You know, she doesn't put out as much damage as a lot of the other teams. But here's the thing that I waited till kind of the end to mention. Right? Shadi's got seconds left alive. Seconds left alive. We're going to get you. There's the split soul from Iris. Boom. Gone. Donezo. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about a Lian. Okay. And it's kind of a good thing for me, but maybe not for everybody. So Lian, let's go highlight Lian real quick. Here's waifu. So anytime Lian is damaged, the hero who dealt damage to Lian is charmed for 4 seconds. Now you got to assume that she's got Mara on her. Sometimes you want to put Mara on Arachne, and an Arachne and Lian team, you don't know who to put Mara on. The pet Mara extends the duration of control effects by a lot, right? Here we go. Increases by 116% duration, and I'm not even maxed here. So that 4 seconds turns into like 9 seconds of charm. That's all great. The team pet being Axel, evenly distributes physical and magic damage taken by allies between all heroes. So any physical and magic damage that I deal to Astaroth, basic auto attacks, for example, those are being shared to everybody on the team, including Lian. So every time any of my heroes attacks Astaroth with any physical damage or magic damage, then they're also hitting Lian once Axel ults and has this buff up. It's only a buff for, 9 seconds or something like that? I can't remember what the duration of this is. The duration really should be on here. Until the shield is gone, I guess. Anyway, so the problem with that is Heidi attacks you even if he's asleep. Okay? Summons a huge mushroom at the center of the enemy team, which spreads toxic spores, poisoning all enemies in the area of effect. It hits for 3 seconds, and it gets stronger and stronger after the first tick. It hits you 6 times. Okay. This ability hits you every half second for 3 seconds, or 6 times total, right? If you're charmed, this ability is still cranking. This ability is still cranking. John Marshall, it's my opinion that Heidi is the best Dante killer. So not only is the enemy team, and Shadi has an interesting defense. I like seeing defenses like this. I love control defenses. I really do. But let's go to it here. There we go. You've got heroes that are cannibalizing the efficiency of each other. It's not a bad team. You got a tank, you got a damage dealer. You're kind of missing a healer here, but your control effects are kind of taken away from your Dante's effectiveness. And if your team dodges, then Lian's Violet ability isn't working because you're not actually hitting them, right? So it's like you're kind of cannibalizing. Does that make sense? The team is kind of working against itself. Anyway, Heidi, Iris, Dorian, my favorite team. Check it out, though. I burnt down the Citadel. We're probably going to win this match. Probably going to win. 10 attacks left. 8 attacks left. Ig. Yeah, we're going to win this. How are we sitting? First place. Yeah, no problem. Rockstar BK, unfortunately, I cannot. Okay. How about Arian Florin? Okay. So Soaking Low, Jose, SSG, and potentially Arian here. If you guys don't know the drill, you don't win anything today. You win access to a list. A list. That list is drawn names from at random at the end of the month. Aaron, I knew you were here. I knew you were here. I knew you were here. At the end of the month, we draw names, and those players win $100 US. $100 US sent to you via Discord, PayPal, Zelle, Cash App. I sent Griff a Bath and Body Works gift card. I don't know. It's kind of weird that he asked for Bath and Body Works. Maybe he needs some new shampoo. I don't know what he needs. Oh, very nice. Nice. Maybe it was a Bed Bath & Beyond gift card. I can't remember what he asked for. Anyway, we get it to you one way or the other. Yeah. So we have a big weekend ahead of us, guys. It needs more lotion. Oh my God. He wants to exfoliate. Guys, exfoliation is important. You gotta take care of yourself, right? You only have one spaceship. We're spaceships, guys. We're riding this flesh spaceship. You gotta take care of it. Google Play cards and then send them to Africa? Yeah. Something like that. Aren't they bankrupt? Is who bankrupt? Bed Bath & Beyond? I think they are, actually. Oh, it is Masters weekend. That's right. Yeah. Battlehawks. We got the Battlehawks this weekend on Sunday. Ashton's got a basketball game. 6th grade YMCA basketball tournament tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. They're 2-0. Hopefully they're going to go 3-0 tomorrow. We got the St. Louis Battlehawks spring football on Sunday. They're 2-0 right now, facing another 2-0 team. The DC Defenders, looking forward to doing that. Yeah. Guys, this weekend, don't add to the population. We're just caveman and faded blue jeans. I like that. Don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. Come Monday, don't find yourself in the hospital, in the newspaper, or in jail. But if you do find yourself in jail, establish dominance quickly. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.